Hi everyone, welcome back to Yan Chinese, the Chinese character series. This is Yan Laoshi. Last episode, we explored 象形字, pictographic characters. We saw how Asian people drew the sun, the moon, mountains, water, fire, trees, people, and mouths, and how these drawings became the characters we use today. Today, we're going to take it one step further. What happens when you need to write something that you can't easily draw? Something abstract, like above or below, or a new concept like brightness or rest. Asian Chinese people were remarkably creative in solving this problem. They invented two more methods, 指示字, simple ideographs, and 会意字, compound ideographs. These are my favorite categories to teach. Let's go. 指示 literally means to point at a matter or to indicate a thing. These characters use either a purely abstract symbol or they take an existing pictograph and add a small mark to point at a specific location or concept. There are very few true 指示字 in Chinese. Scholars count fewer than 130 in total, but several of them are extremely common and important. Let's look at 4. 上 means above, up, or on top of. In the oracle ball script, 上 was drawn as a short mark placed above a long horizontal baseline. The baseline represents the ground or a reference point. The mark above it says, this is where up is. Over time, a vertical stroke was added, and the curves straightened, giving us the modern character 上, a vertical stroke, a short horizontal mark, and the baseline and the button. You use it constantly. 上课 to attend class. 上面 on top. 马上 immediately. And 马上 is a fun one. It literally means on horseback. Because in ancient times, on horseback was as fast as anything could go. 下 below, down. 下 is the perfect mirror of 上. It means below, down, or under. In oracle bone script, 下 was a short mark placed below the baseline. Same logic, opposite direction. The mark below the line says, this is where down is. 下课, class is over. 下面, below, underneath. 下雨, it's raining. These two characters, 上 and 下, are a perfect example of how 指示字 works. You take something that can be drawn directly and you point at it with a mark. Next, 本 essential, root, origin. Here's where it gets clever. Do you remember 木 from last episode? Tree. To write root, Asian people took the character 木 and added a mark at the button right where the roots are. That mark says, pay attention to this part. This is the root. In the modern character, that mark is a short horizontal stroke near the base. That character is 本, root, origin, foundation, the fundamental thing. 本 is used in words like 本来, originally, 课本, textbook, the foundation of a course, 基本, basic, fundamental. Next one is 末, as the perfect pair to 本, 末 meaning tip, end, or the last part. Same character 木, but this time the mark is added at the top, pointing at the tip of the branches. In the modern character, it's that long horizontal stroke across the top. 周末, weekend, the end of the week. 末尾, very end. 末班车, the last bus or train. Now we move to 会意字 compound ideographs. 会意 means to combine meanings. These characters are built by putting two or more existing characters together, and the combination creates a new related meaning. It's like a visual equation. This is where Chinese characters really start to feel like a language with a philosophy behind it. Let's look at 6 examples. Number 1, 明, bright, clear. We already met this one in episode 1, but let's look at properly. 日, 月, the two brightest things in the sky combined. When both the sun and the moon shine together, that is ultimate brightness, 明, bright, clear. Also tomorrow, 明天, literally mean bright day, the next day when the sun rises again. 明白, to understand, to see clearly, 聪明, intelligent. Next, 修. In the archipel script, 修 shows a person leaning against a tree, taking a break in the shade. Picture a farmer who has been working in the fields all day, finally stopping to lean against a tree and rest. 休 to rest, to take a break. 休息 to rest. 休假 to take a vacation. 休止 to stop. Next, 森 forest. One tree is mu, two trees side by side is ling, woods. Three trees is a dense forest where the trees are so packed together you can barely see through them. This is also a great example of how Chinese uses repetition to intensify meaning. 1 equals a thing, 2 more of it, 3 a lot of it. Next one, 从 to follow. Person plus person equals 从 follow. In the archipel script, 从 shows one person walking behind another, one figure leading, one following. The visual logic is immediate. When one person follows another, that is 从 to follow. 从来 since always. 从小 since childhood. 服从 to obey, to follow orders. Now watch what happens when we add one more person. It means crowd. Just like 木林森, Chinese uses repetition to build intensity. One person is 人, two people following each other is 从, three people together arranged in a triangle, one on top and two below is 众, a crowd. And here's a cultural note worth remembering. In Chinese thinking, 3 does not just mean the number 3, it often represents many or abundance. You see it in the characters. 3 trees equals dense forest, 3 people equals a crowd. Even in the classical saying, 三人行必有我师, among any 3 people walking, one will be my teacher. 3 is the symbol of abundance in Chinese culture. Once you know this, you will start noticing it everywhere. Next, 南, 田里南. Tian is a character for a field or rice paddy, the place where farming happens. Li means strength or physical effort. Put them together, the person who exerts strength in the field. In ancient agriculture China, fieldwork was the domain of men. That's the origin of Nan, the one who works with strength in the field. Nan, male, man. 男人, man. 男生, male student, boy. 男女, men and women. Let's compare what we learned today. 指示字, simple ideographs, use abstract marks to point at a concept. A mark above a line means up, a mark below means down. These are small but powerful. 会意字 compound ideographs, combining existing pictures to create new meaning. Sun plus moon equals bright, person plus tree equals rest, these 3 trees equals a dense forest, person plus person equals follow. In both cases, the meaning is built into the shape. You can see the logic. Now, here's something important to notice. In 会意字, we combine meaning with meaning. But what about sound? The character 明 has no visual clue that it's pronounced 明. The character 修 does not tell you it's pronounced 修. In episode 4, we will look at 形声字, phonosemantic characters, the category that makes up over 80% of all Chinese characters and the most important pattern for learners to understand. That's it for today. You have learned 4 指示字 and 6 会意字. And more importantly, you have seen how Chinese characters encode the meaning visually. Using logic, you can actually follow. Leave a comment below which 会意字 from today was your favorite. Like and subscribe to Yan Chinese so you don't miss episode 4. Enjoy your studies. See you next time. 再见。